Every year, motorcycle brands launch new models to impress us. But behind the scenes, some familiar names quietly disappear. Tougher emissions laws, poor sales, or simple market shifts. Whatever the reason, not every motorcycle survives the next season. So today, we're counting down 8 motorcycles that won't make it to 2026, and the real reasons why. Some of them are legends, some are surprises, but all of them deserve one last moment in the spotlight. Number 8. Yamaha YZF-R7. When Yamaha launched the YZF-R7 in 2022, many thought it was the perfect bridge between beginner bikes and superbikes. It looked like an R6, carried that aggressive R styling, and came powered by Yamaha's tried-and-true 689cc CP2, parallel twin the same engine found in the MT-07. It produced around 72 horsepower and 67 newton-meters of torque, giving smooth, manageable power for real-world riding. On paper, it made sense: affordable, reliable, and easy to ride. But in reality, the R7 found itself trapped in a strange middle ground. For casual riders, it was too aggressive. For experienced riders, it was too soft. Yamaha built it for everyone, and ended up pleasing very few. While it handled beautifully and felt planted thanks to the fully adjustable KYB suspension and lightweight frame, the R7 couldn't capture the emotional rush of the R6 it replaced. Sales were modest, especially in Europe and North America, where riders preferred the cheaper MT-07 or the faster R6 race models still circulating secondhand. Now, with Euro 6C emissions regulations arriving in 2025 and Yamaha focusing on the rumored R9, a more powerful triple-cylinder successor, the R7's days are numbered. Updating it to meet the new standards would cost more than Yamaha could justify for a mid-level sport bike. So, by 2026, it's expected to quietly vanish from showrooms. A solid motorcycle? Absolutely. But one overshadowed by its legacy and by what's coming next, the R9 era. Number 7. Honda CB1100 EX. The Honda CB1100 EX isn't just a motorcycle, it's a piece of history that's been living on borrowed time. Powered by an air-cooled 1140cc inline-4, it delivers around 90 horsepower and 91 newton-meters of torque, wrapped in one of the most beautifully simple designs Honda ever made. From the polished chrome fenders to the round headlight and twin shocks, everything about the CB1100 EX feels handcrafted, a tribute to Honda's golden era of the 1970s. But nostalgia doesn't always survive modern laws. Here's the truth: the CB1100's biggest strength is also its biggest weakness, that glorious air-cooled engine. It's smooth, reliable, and soulful, but it simply can't meet the new Euro 6C emission standards coming in 2025. Honda already released a final edition in Japan in 2022. Signaling that the line has reached its end. Without liquid cooling or modern emission tech, the cost to redesign it for future compliance would outweigh potential sales. Even though the CB1100 EX was loved by purists, younger buyers leaned toward lighter, tech-rich retro bikes like the CB650R Neo Sports Café or the CB750 Hornet. Meanwhile, stricter regulations in Europe and Australia mean dealers have already stopped restocking the EX. By 2026, this motorcycle will likely be gone entirely from global lineups. It's a quiet farewell to one of the last truly analog Hondas, a bike that never chased trends or specs, only purity. When the CB1100 EX disappears, it'll take with it the final breath of Japan's air-cooled legacy. Number 6. Kawasaki Z900RS Café. The Kawasaki Z900RS Café is one of those bikes that makes you turn your head every single time you see it. It's powered by a 948cc inline-4 engine that produces about 111 horsepower and 98 newton-meters of torque, combining modern performance with the heart of the 1970s Z1 legend. With its retro fairing, teardrop tank, and that unmistakable Kawasaki green, the Café version brought style and nostalgia together better than almost any other modern retro. But even legends have to face reality. Here's the problem. As much as enthusiasts adore the Z900RS Café, it's a niche within a niche. The standard Z900RS sells far more units globally, while the Café's half-fairing and sportier riding position appeal to a smaller audience. And with the upcoming Euro 6C regulations in 2025, Kawasaki faces rising costs to recertify every variant of its inline-4 lineup. The company has already confirmed a shift in focus toward hybrid and electric models, aiming to cut emissions across its lineup before 2030. That means specialty versions like the Café are the first to go. Reports from Japanese and European dealers suggest that the Café trim will be discontinued after 2025, leaving only the standard Z900RS. It's not because it failed, it's because the motorcycle world is changing direction. The Z900RS Café is one of those rare bikes that made modern technology feel old school, and when it's gone, it'll take with it a small but irreplaceable piece of Kawasaki's soul. Number 5. Harley-Davidson Sportster S 1250T. When Harley-Davidson unveiled the Sportster S, it looked like the start of a new era. With its 1250cc Revolution Max V-twin engine, pumping out around 121 horsepower and 125 newton-meters of torque, it was faster, lighter, and far more advanced than any Sportster before it. It had ride modes, cornering ABS, traction control, and a modern TFT display, features unheard of in Harley's classic lineup. It was Harley's way of saying, we can do performance too, but that bold step forward also left many of Harley's loyal fans behind. Traditional riders found it too futuristic, too far from the simple, chrome-heavy charm that defined the old Sportster. Meanwhile, younger buyers drawn to performance bikes often looked elsewhere, toward Ducati or Yamaha, leaving the Sportster S stranded between two audiences. On top of that, Harley's focus has shifted toward the Nightster 975, which offers similar looks, but is cheaper, more accessible, and already outselling the S globally. With Euro 6C emission rules and Harley's upcoming focus on smaller displacement and electric platforms, the Sportster S's future looks uncertain. Re-engineering its big V-twin to meet tighter standards would be costly, and Harley is already trimming slow sellers from its portfolio. By 2026, the Sportster S will likely end its short but memorable run, not because it failed, but because Harley's moving in a different direction. It was bold, powerful, and beautiful, but sometimes even the strongest engines can't outrun change. Number 4. Suzuki GSX-R 1000R. The Suzuki GSX-R 1000R, or as riders call it, the Gixxer King, was once the face of superbike dominance. With its 999cc inline-4 engine, producing a roaring 199 horsepower and 117 newton-meters of torque, it was fast, balanced, and brutally effective. On the track, it held its own against the best from Yamaha, Honda, and BMW. But while the competition evolved year after year, Suzuki's flagship stood still. The last major update came back in 2017, and since then, the superbike segment has raced ahead both in technology and regulation. In Europe, the GSX-R 1000R is already gone. Suzuki officially discontinued the model in 2023 due to Euro 5 compliance costs. Re-engineering the aging inline-4 platform to meet stricter Euro 6C standards simply doesn't make financial sense for Suzuki, which is now shifting its attention to mid-range, practical models like the GSX-8S and GSX-8R. Even in North America and Asia, production is slowing, and dealers have reported no signs of a 2026 update. It's not just emissions that sealed the GSX-R's fate, it's the market itself. Riders are moving toward lighter, more comfortable sport bikes, and Suzuki's focus is on everyday usability, not track glory. The GSX-R 1000R still delivers breathtaking performance, but its glory days are behind it. By 2026, the last of these superbikes will likely roll out of showrooms, closing a chapter that began in 2001. A true legend, fading not in defeat, but in dignity. Number 3. Ducati Scrambler 1100 Sport Pro. The Ducati Scrambler 1100 Sport Pro is one of those motorcycles that makes you fall in love at first glance. It's powered by a soulful 1079cc air-cooled L-twin, producing about 86 horsepower and 88 newton-meters of torque. Not the fastest numbers on paper, but the way it delivers that power is what makes it special. It's smooth, predictable, and full of character, giving riders that classic Ducati rumble without the aggression of a Panigale. The design is pure art: round headlight, sculpted tank, twin underseat exhausts. Everything feels built with passion. But passion alone doesn't survive new regulations. With Euro 6C emission standards arriving in 2025, the air-cooled L-twin simply can't meet the stricter limits without major redesign. Ducati already modernized its smaller Scrambler 800 range to keep it compliant, but no similar update is planned for the 1100. Sources in Bologna suggest Ducati will likely replace it with a liquid-cooled 950cc variant, based on the Testastretta 11-degree engine cleaner, stronger and easier to certify. And while fans adore the simplicity of the 1100, global sales have slowed. Many riders now prefer the lighter 800 models or the newer Desert Sled. Ducati knows this, and their focus is shifting toward future-proof engines that can meet emission rules across markets. So, by 2026, the Scrambler 1100 Sport Pro will likely disappear, not because it failed, but because time caught up with it. A stylish, soulful machine that will be remembered as the last big air-cooled Ducati of its kind. Number 2. BMW R9T. The BMW R9T has always been more than just a motorcycle. It's a celebration of craftsmanship and mechanical purity. Launched in 2014, it carried the legendary 1170cc Air oil-cooled boxer twin, producing about 109 horsepower and 116 newton-meters of torque. It became the ultimate blend of heritage and performance. No flashy screens, no unnecessary electronics, just you, the throttle, and the heartbeat of that iconic boxer engine. Its design was minimalist, elegant, and beautifully engineered brushed aluminum tank, exposed frame, and the kind of detail that made every ride feel special. But just like every great story, this one is nearing its final chapter. With the arrival of the Euro 6C emission standards and BMW's move toward cleaner, more advanced engines, the R9T's classic air oil-cooled motor can't continue. BMW has already introduced the R12 featuring a 1200cc liquid-cooled engine and full compliance with future regulations. It carries the same Spirit retro styling and strong torque, but with modern electronics and emissions control. The standard R9T and its variants Pure, Urban GS, and Scrambler are being gradually phased out. Production for most markets will end before 2026. BMW didn't kill it. Because it failed, they evolved it to survive. The R9T will always be remembered as one of the last truly analog BMWs, the kind that made you feel every vibration, every shift, every connection to the machine. A modern classic, soon to live only in memories and collectors' garages. Number 1. Yamaha MT-10 Gen 2. The Yamaha MT-10 Gen 2 is one of those bikes that reminds you how raw, loud, and alive a motorcycle can feel. Powered by the famous 998cc crossplane inline-4 borrowed from the R1, it produces around 164 horsepower and 112 newton-meters of torque. It's aggressive, unapologetic, and every twist of the throttle feels like a punch of adrenaline. Yamaha called it the master of torque. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. With its lightweight aluminum frame, ride-by-wire throttle, 6-axis IMU, and quick shifter, the MT-10 turned daily, riding into an experience of pure mechanical drama. But that rawness is exactly why its future looks uncertain. With Euro 6C emission rules tightening in 2025, Yamaha faces the same problem as everyone else. More power means more emissions. Re-engineering this engine to pass future standards without dulling its personality would cost millions. And Yamaha has already started shifting toward hybrid and lightweight performance projects. Rumors from Japan suggest that the next generation will use an updated, cleaner crossplane engine, or possibly a hybrid powertrain. In that scenario, the current MT-10 Gen 2 will quietly exit production after 2025. It's a bittersweet moment. The MT-10 isn't just a motorcycle, it's the last of the raw, analog hyper-nakeds. A machine built purely for sound, sensation, and connection. When it disappears, a certain kind of motorcycling, the loud, untamed humankind, will disappear with it. Every motorcycle on this list had something special, a story, a sound, or a soul that riders will never forget. But the world keeps changing, and sometimes even legends have to step aside for what's next. So, which of these bikes would you save if you could bring one into 2026? Tell me in the comments below, and if you love motorcycles with character, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss the next one. Ride safe, ride proud, and keep your soul on two wheels.